just recording really quickly. We were writing and everything. There are things I wanted to say. First of all, we're going to take a picture. This morning I saw, it was Shabbat morning. It's SHAVUOT now, giving of the commandments, okay? But 613, there'll be reading of the 10 commandments, but we talk about all the other commandments too. This is it. So you're not to covet your neighbor's ox, ass, wife, or fleece, or anything your neighbor has. Because that means, see how terrible the coveting starts? This morning, the birds came to this bank wall, and the bird kept trying to make me come out. And he was flying and flying to the glass and everything. So then finally I went, God said from word on high, don't go towards the bathroom. They wouldn't let me in anyway. Go towards, just keep walking. I walked down by our uncle dad's place, who has a Japanese royal restaurant, a Japanese royal attendant, and royal relative. And there was writing on the wall that called me a murderer. My name is also Israel. I'm named after Israel. My name, everybody else is Israel too. It's Jerusalem and it's Israel. Jerusalem, Israel, and I'm named after Israel. So it said, and now, a few days ago, somebody tore up the security barrier. It was made of metal and it was just there. And this morning it was laying down flat. So all the people are getting smart. They know that they're guilty. I want to check that too. SHAVUOT is about the commandments. I'm just supposed to cover people's things. In America, in Manhattan, they attacked me on the Manhattan streets, throwing bottles and rocks at me. Sound like Palestinians? But it was Americans. And on their St. Patrick's Day, they attacked me like that. You know what I'm saying? Bottles and rocks, glass and things. Sometimes we're gonna break us apart, tear our things up, keep us from being. They did like stuff like that. So I was finally rescued. They attacked our synagogues and did all kinds of things to us. So we know that the bad people tried to hurt us all, tried to jump on us and take our things. Saudi Arabia never had tourist visas, and we still don't. This is it. So, and we're not going to have that. And how they started work trying to get in there and steal and take things. Our relative, when we passed those laws, you saw, I already remember he had died. And he didn't die the way that it was written. You saw him walking, that's how he was shot. We got him inside, and we talked to him. He talked to us. He told us what to do. Never to accept a homo or a whore. They will never change. It's a sin you have to die for, to get clean. And then God decides. God's decision. It's God's decision if people come back and live for eternity or not, because God is the one who controls life and death. Only our God. So basically, so that's also in the commandments. One of the 613 commandments that we have, this is SHAVUOT. He was a Jew. And all the lies people were telling you about, when they were talking, I said, I know you're going to talk to him. I remember he had died. So that's how and his father said he would find out who hurt him, even if he did it from his grave. He's also gone. We're the first visible Jewish king and queen of Saudi Arabia. We know that it had to be some American that shot him. We know that. Like all the people you see attacking. You see people attacking? They did the same things they did on the Manhattan streets they're doing here. To me, when you see, we know they're Americans by that way. So okay, so now you ask me, we're telling, we always get along. All of us get along. We never don't get along. These people start coming, trying to bother us and do things, trying to steal things, trying to take things. So we're letting you know that now. This is a SHAVUOT, the giving of the commandments. Also, you know, they have the CHAG. The CHAG is a part of the holiday that they have that commemorates when God gave the sacrifice to replace Isaac. You know, because God told Abraham to take and sacrifice Isaac. Isaac is a Jew, so is Ishmael. We're going to take that too. We told you how. So we told you about that. We'll talk about it again, but we told you how people don't seem to understand. So and we told you by surrogacy, but not by surrogacy, and by role play, because you know we're the first Sarah and Abraham, we're the second Sarah and Abraham. That reactor shows Sarah and Abraham. My blood gets me dying. So make long story short, so when God told Abraham to sacrifice Isaac, and Abraham was abiding and loved God very much, he went, but then God provided a ram, and so Abraham knew that God wouldn't do that. And basically, and will provide for him and provide for his son. And so that's what happened. So that's what the CHAG is about. That's part of the holiday that they're having, and I think it is. So you'll see. So we know that it's like Passover, and we also know that when they go on Friday, it's Shabbat. Okay, so I'm telling it, all right. Everybody knows that, all right. We all get along. So they did bad things to us. So now you put that. I tried to look for the article in the paper, but I couldn't find them. The people try to tamper with the computer. That the smartphone. They're not allowed to do that. So bad people try to do things, it's a crime. Okay, people keep money in their smartphone. Some people, but so it's not allowed for them to do that. The police know this is criminal. Mr. Joe would tell that too. So now, so we're telling you these things. Also, that ambassador's wife, she was a really big. She pulled a gun on everybody. They had to shoot her. She was just and they had planned to try to make it seem like but our men don't do that. We told you that. They're going to try to say that she had an affair, and they were going to try to cover it up with a lie and try to shoot our relative. Shoot our relative and tell a lie. We don't do that. Our men don't do that. Our women don't do that. We marry each other for eternity. We love each other very much. We love our husbands very much. Our husbands love us very much. So we don't do that. We have the ultimate, because that's what God intended for things to be. So this is like we're talking to you about SHAVUOT, but we made this recording and wrote a little bit. Oh, in that picture, all our security showed me that picture. Show the picture. Said this man and woman are obviously going to try to do something to you. Because that girl's always covering her brother. Now, see how smooth the skin is? Okay, so see Marco. Okay, so everybody knows that it's not real. And see the Photoshop photographs. Okay, so we just want to let you know that too. And all the people trying to tell lies and do things to us. Everybody knows they lied. The bad patriotic law. They always tried to make sure they were going to catch you. Did that. All the rest of the people, because she talked, and then she was arrested. They made her pay for the death of Harry. This is it. So we just went to and so it's a Photoshop photograph of other things you see, but that's smart. I think they bragged about that during my kidnapping, that they would put that, they were gonna, even though she was gone, that they would still say that they were who they were and who they wanted to be. The man attacked my husband's mother. He attacked her in the city, and the man was a kidnapper and also attacked me. He did something real nasty to my mother, very nasty, like he tried to do to me. So basically, so these people are really sick. The people are saying all kinds of trouble, but please don't believe the people that joined in and tried to do. They tried to kill us and take our things. I saw the article about people who don't want us to exist. The people don't want us, the royal families, to exist. The royal families exist. They want to be. They're coveters. And all of us know that, especially with the 1st of August and other things. It was an article that just came out a few days ago, which I made sure that I could look at later on. That's just it. So now everybody knows that we're royal, we're good, we're good. And the thing over royals is God. Okay, but our God is over us. So basically, so it doesn't go back to, see how they got loud when I started to talk? They weren't like this before. But they're really nasty, and they're people that try to cover, and they keep saying, you lost. They said, yeah, I lost, I'm nothing, I'm a liar. Oh, people, we're putting up pictures. I know I'm not a liar, and I know I didn't lose. And the people that had some people try to hurt our plane. Also, we discovered that they were probably trying to traffic drugs to the airport. And you cannot deliver, we discovered before, you cannot deliver a package and then later on come back and try to claim for the duty. So they're telling me that there was a problem. Okay, and I know we sell our things wholesale. We sell them wholesale because we know we can do it. We still make a little profit, and we have unusual things. Because I know I'm wearing a scarf that I bought from the tire rag that comes from England, and they were trying to remember, but I bought it in gold. That's what they sprayed and injected with chemicals, the Secret Service criminals of America, and they shot my husband in his face. These things come from the Far East and the Middle East and all these other places that we have, and I wore a gold one. That's why it's wrinkled around my mouth and everything like that, and it's an age chemical. Everyone doesn't give me age chemical. They shot me in his face, lost I didn't see this blood in his head. These people are criminal. When I went to buy a ticket, I was going to meet up with my husband. I said, I have all this money. I have this money. I remember stock accounts. I tried to get part of them to my husband's father, and I tried to take part of them. They stole the father tried to get to my husband's father, and they ended up trying to kill me and steal the other part when they came over here. Now, when I got ready to buy the ticket and the station in Washington, D.C., Union Station, there was a black man that was selling me a ticket. I was buying a ticket to Canada. He said, where are you going? I said, Canada. He said, no, you're not. He sold me a ticket for almost $200. When I got to the border of Canada, the secret criminals of America came, took me out, and they would have blew my brains up because they stole credit card, banking codes, everything. They stole all those things like that. But I listed my credit cards. I had an automatic bill payer. So I had the bank pay my bills. So we know you pay your bills. But I said, I never tried to help you remember who I am. And I knew remember who I was. I never tried to help my family. Tried to help me remember. And so because our family's the head of that bank also. So big long story short, so we know that they did that, but those people all were involved. And Mr. said the people you see that are involved now, they're involved. Mr. said they're involved in trying to do things. They tell lies. These go to Interpol. Interpol, you know they did a trouble thing, right? All the real police that are honest, you know they did a trouble thing. Now my plane was also coming from England. And they found that problem on it. It was going to Israel. It would have English people on it. It would have people from Israel going on it. And people from Switzerland going on it. So these are criminal people that tried to kill and take over. We know that. So that's what Duckworth confirmed bad about, that us Jews would have it worse than we had in World War II. He also said that they were going to steal all the things for themselves. A Marine, ex-Marine, George Bush's relative, and took him and Colin Powell's son-in-law. That's a picture of him, people. He had hazel-colored eyes. He would hide them behind the glasses. That's his nose, that's his skin, that's him. With a wig on. Something on his hair, and he was gay. He always kept this gay person around us. That's it. A gay man. I don't know these things, but he always had that around. And so even though they were trying to kill us and trying to keep us from being, we know they were trying to kill us, keep us from being. I was still kidnapped. It's just it. And the man, what he told me? When I said, he told me I was hired to kill you and run you insane. He told me that too. Everybody knows that the man was a lie. He wasn't hired by any of my family, but he was hired by what? The Nazis? Dr. Remarks? He said things like that. And he said that they would kill our people, our Jewish population. He said things like that too. We're Jews. Me and my beloved sister Sweet, our blood family people. Queen Elizabeth was a Jew. Harry was a Jew. This is what we're going to say that too. Okay, so we'll talk to you since we can. Talk to you after alert. This is Shavuot, and it's a beautiful holiday because we will follow our commands. We live for eternity. For God promised us, and I have the email, always the top, never the bottom. Always the head, never the tail. Creditor of many nations, but debtor to none. That means we can give to people, and we owe nothing because we have so much money. We're helping people. I know that it's true. All the people trying to do that, and the bad people trying to solve, they're not going to be. They're not going to be. They're really not going to be. So they said, there's all the loud mouths getting smart and telling lies, but they're going to be arrested. We know they're going to be arrested. They're going to be arrested. So basically said, yeah. So we know that they might have been trying to smuggle things, all kinds of things, do other people's things, not to our stuff. But, I thought about what they would try to do. And so basically said, they had reports when a little girl, some people bought some stuff, and the crooked cops came and snatched it back from them. And you can't go, and duty officers can't take any old amount of money they want. Okay, first of all, we have a system where you buy the article and then you don't pay as much for it, and you pay for it. So you're shipping something for 50 francs or 40 francs or 35 francs. It's gonna make it. You should, and I saw the duty prices. They're not so much. So it's not like, oh well, you got all this, give me 50 more francs approximately. It doesn't work like that. So we know that that's wrong, okay? So we know there had to be something. When I busted those drug traffickers at an Evian, I told you what happened. There was some women, and there was the police running the bush. I was mad at them because there's something in Evian. There's something in France too. So I asked them. I said, I was really mad at the police because they're pretending to do flowers and things. I saw the women were smoking drugs next to me, and we're going to show you're nothing. These white women, I'm going to bring that up, from America. They were transporting drugs. So when they got ready to get on the boat, and I told the police officer, I said, we're something here in Evian. They know that we're guarded by machine guns. The military guards by machine guns. It's always been like that. So I said, we don't want them over there, and we don't want them over here. So don't let them. So when they got on the boat, I stood up and said, they got drugs. Don't let them on. They tried to turn around and get off the boat, and the boat people got around, the Navy got on behind them so they couldn't get off the boat. When they got over to the other side over here, they were arrested and they were deported. But there were some black fake Ethiopians that came. And soon as they were with them, and they were with them, and they were harassing and everything, me. And people saw that I was sitting by the water. They came to harass me over here. They came over there and harassed me. They were deported too, and I never saw them again. They were together. They were black, and the women were white, and they were bringing drugs into our home. It's just it. So we didn't like that either. So and they let me look on and I didn't know that they were really big drug people, and it really didn't matter to me. And nothing doing that. I don't want that. We don't want drugs. We don't want whores, and we don't want bad things. But I'll get back to the other bad things. Our relative, when he was dying, told us things. And before he thought he would go soon. He was trying to prepare us. He knew that we would be the first visible Jewish king and queen of Saudi Arabia. He was our blood cousin. His father adopted me. His father was our blood uncle, and he adopted me as his daughter. So my husband became his father-in-law, and I became his father's daughter, and he's our brother. That's it. So he said, don't ever trust a homo or a whore. They cannot just change. They have to die for their sin. It's also a Mosaic law. They cannot just go on. They have to pay for that. So we know that that's part of our law. So you saw us passing laws. I knew it was gone already. We're passing the laws in front of you. They're solidified. So they don't change. We don't want that. We don't want those things. You suffer your land to a whore or a homosexual, the whole land becomes dirty just like that. We don't accept those things. So basically, they're really dirty and filthy, and basically, and they do dirty things. They hurt everybody. We're not supposed to accept them, so we won't ever accept them. Because that's it. You know, they change them. My hands are, but they took my hand in the way of the screen. So you know, it's just really wrong what they tried to do. So we talk to you as soon as we can, because everybody that's trying to talk isn't worth anything. When they talk on other things, I don't bother them. But they're trying to get dirty things together around to people to try to hurt us and try to do things to us. And we don't want these people. We have the right to be clean and free of smut. Nobody's breaking down their dirty clubs or breaking down their thing. They don't have the right. My God curses all the wicked. My God will destroy all the wicked things. They have no right. And I know that their time will end, because my God promised that. They'll never bother. And they laugh at God. You know there's something wrong with these. They think it's funny. They think it's a joke. And they make the things they said. Oh, it's a different day. It'll be. They were calling him a homosexual, saying he was accepting the whores and everything. He didn't like those things. He wasn't accepting anything. They told those lies, and they said, and I already knew it. We're talking. You're talking to him. I mean, I knew he was dead. I didn't say anything, but we just told you when they let us tell you. That's it. So I'm telling you what happened. He was walking, and he was shot, and we had to carry him inside. This is it. So that's how he died. These people lie. They lied about everything. But we're going to tell you that too. So this is run the way it's supposed to be. They're not supposed to be walking in here either. But we let them in here to catch them, and now we throw them out. They don't ever come back. They don't walk around here like that freely either. So we just want to let you know that too, because that's the way this part is run too. So okay, so when I was a little girl, that's how it was. But they wanted to catch everybody. They're killing our people and trying to be, and they started that war because we didn't have tourist visas. They started all saying we have positions in Israel too. We don't want those things, and they tell dirty lies, and we don't want people that lie. Lashon hara, Rabbi, is slander, and they kill with words. They're trying to kill Shabby. They're trying to kill me. Lashon hara, and we know that we're supposed to tell them something so bad on them, because the Bible says, because if you don't tell it and they do it, it's just like you did it yourself. That's not Lashon hara. Okay, so now we tell these murderers here? Okay, so now they go. So I'm talking to him. He's telling me to shut up. You're to fire him, Starbucks. I'm not playing. He told me to shut up as a employee. You're to fire him. Do not keep him. He's always calling the police on me. He told me to shut up, and you're to get rid of him. That's just it. He told me it was my last chance. He's a devil, and I don't want him as an employee. I own Starbucks. We don't want him. You haven't told me to shut up? Okay, so now he's to shut up. You call him at his home. You do not let him come here again. See that? That's dirty. He's an employee. I give him a paycheck. He tells me to shut up. That's it. He said, go now. And he's not to ever get another job in any of our things. He's also a homosexual. You see that? Okay, so now we'll talk to you as soon as we can. See, that's a really terrible thing to do. I'm an employee. They tell me to shut up. Don't you know that somebody's trying to take your things and has no respect? Everybody knows I own Starbucks. My family told me not to be afraid of Starbucks because I am the owner. That is my portrait, done by an Israeli artist. It was a sandblast that hangs in there, and the original sandblast hangs in Athens in the Starbucks. My little girl, that's not hair, it's scarves. Starbucks. And it's from over here. It's not correct what the man just did, is it? He told me to shut up. Okay, so I don't want him in my things. We don't want anybody in our things that do those things. He tried to embarrass me, didn't he now? They always try to embarrass me. And there's no bathroom to go to. They keep me from the bathroom. Starbucks, I own Starbucks. You can't come in here. It's wrong, isn't it? On a lot of things, you can't come in here. We don't want these people. Am I honest or not? That's a dishonest person. Okay, so now we're gonna post this and we'll talk to you as soon as we can. This is Starbucks in the train station.